What's good, YouTube? I just want to make a video of this thing before I tear it down. Get you a full view of it. This thing's pretty dumb, pretty long. It's not that good to ride, and it doesn't work that well. So I'm going to change it and put the engine on just a regular bike frame. I wanted to tell you how I did this. This is made out of junk. It's made out of all junk, scrap steel, people threw away, bikes people threw away, all sorts of junk like that. So here at the back wheel, we got two aluminum wheels, and they're glued together. That's Loctite PL3X construction adhesive. It's not so green anymore because it's been sitting out in the sun. That's what happens to it. But I just got the belt riding on a second rim. Obviously this isn't so good. It's kind of touching, definitely touching on there. And then of course you got this tensioner janked up on there. And how this works is I used another, I think that's 26-inch wheel and 16-inch wheel, maybe that is, as like a jack shaft, kind of welded them together. I got that pretty true. It's pretty straight, pretty much in the middle. The alignment of things all sucks, but you know, I impressed myself. I really impressed myself here. I want to focus on that weld. Yeah, impressive. Anyway, that's how that works. We got the pocket bike engine with the pulley welded to the old clutch parts and the case kind of ground up so clearance for the belt. And that goes onto the big rim, little rim, back to the big rim back there. That gear reduces it. This thing doesn't have an exhaust. Super hard to keep an exhaust on these things. I need to get one, but I'm not gonna ride this around anymore, so worry about that later. And then here's my tensioner for the front pulley wheel situation. It's an old bike hub, wheel hub, and some pieces of metal and junk and a turnbuckle. Isn't that nice? I got the extra long torquer intake thing there because the air filter fell off, so I just kind of put that junk on there. Who cares? Gas tank off of a scrapped out engine from a, what was it? A snowblower, Tecumseh. The frame here is very engineered, you know. It's really cobbled together, like super cobbled together. The welds, pretty good, holding it together for sure. They're not as good as I thought they were when I first did this, but you know, hey, wait, hold on, look at that one. Look at that one, yeah. Anyway, that's what it is. This thing right now, it's got no brakes. It sucks to ride. It's really hard to get it started, and the belt slips, the rear belt slips. There's not enough tension there. And I just don't like it that much. I just don't like it that much, but it is pretty sick. And it can, this is the throttle. That's my throttle cable there. That works pretty good. Proud of that. So anyway, this thing sucks. No brakes, but it does do some things really well. For example, you can go up hills. Not so much because the belt slips, like it still doesn't work, but the gear ratio is good enough where you can do that. And you can also go like 3 miles per hour and then hit the throttle and it'll actually go, which is pretty good for a engine that I've found out. I wasn't surprised, but I found out these little pocket bike engines are more like maybe 38 or 40 cc. 42 bucks shorted me some cc's. I'm not too upset. This thing's been running pretty good. This second bike I've had it on, and I run it pretty hard. I've dropped it a few times and crashed the bike and stuff, and it's still together, so can't be mad at that. Oh, and here's my engine mount. This engine mount, it's like an artistic engine mount, you know? It's just pieces of metal that I got from a piano that I scrapped out. I kind of just bent around and welded on. Works pretty good that way. I like doing it that way. It's really easy. And yeah, that's it. I swapped the front gear here, and I've got a 75-mile long chain going on to the sprocket back there. That works pretty bad. Doesn't really work good. I used to have the engine up there on the old bike, but you know, things change and all that. So anyway, gonna tear this back down and put the engine on a regular bike so that all the gears work and the brakes work and all of that. And it's gonna be amazing, and I'm gonna love it, and it's gonna save me so much money on gas, because this thing doesn't work. This thing doesn't save me money on gas because it's a pain in the butt to ride. It doesn't really go fast enough to ride on the street, and it's huge, gigantic, likes to fall over. It's just a big piece of junk, but it's really, you know, it's really funny looking. It's really funny looking. I break necks with this thing. Yep, built out of junk. All right, have a good day, everybody. Bird!